I had to learn how to walk and talk again. My brain had a reaction to being hit. You could see progress little by little. Now I'm playing music again. We've got a gig coming up and I'm pretty pumped for it. My seatbelt was the only thing protecting me. I'm still here.
Belt up, live on.
Hello, good night. I'm Milena.
Hello, good night. I'm Manuela.
We are from Brazil and we did a research in the area of chemistry. And we are going to present our research and how what we did with it and the places that we could go with our research. So I think we have to start talking that we are from a technical high school in Novo Hamburgo in the south of Brazil, and we did a technical course in chemistry. And in our fourth year of our course, we have to do an work of conclusion of our course, and we did we did this project to it. I don't know if Manuela can.
Yeah, so our project is about graphene inorganic material for oil adsorption. So first, our research it's important because the oil effluents are a big problem in the environment, And because the presence of this substance contaminates the water bodies and has consequence for the survival of marine life.
So to do it, first, our main objectives is making a membrane that absorbs the oil from water. And to do it, we obtained cryptomaline at the lab with um, four, meu Deus. Peraí. 4 phase, 4 states. There we can see number 1, obtaining the material. First, we obtained cryptomaline in a reflux reaction. Then we had the stage of ion exchange, then the formation of nanopores to absorb the oil. Then we revest with silicone to make it hydrophobicity. So our material would absorb the oil and not the water. And to incorporate graphene into this, we did 2 different methods. First, the post-reflux, when we added graphene with the reflux, after the reflux reaction, and the pre-reflux method, when we added graphene with the reagents in the obtention of cryptomaline. And to test our material, we used some tests that simulate some industrial process, like the jar test, the purifying sachet, the retention filter, that it was the most promising one. And we did SEM and adsorption isotherm too in the middle of the project with the evolution of the project. So about the results. Comparing the incorporation methods of graphene that we use the best one is the pre-reflux, because the post-reflux we observed that the pieces of the cryptomaline of the substrate pass through and contaminate the water that we want to treat, which would be a problem. Then when we started testing the pre-reflux method, it didn't happen anymore. And we thought that the structure of the material was better. And we thought that something has changed, and we did a SEM to confirm it.
So in our scanning electron microscopy, we conclude the graphene serves as a matrix for the formation of euhydro or subhydro crystals that developed from addition of the compound with the pre-flux method.
And then after that, we did the adsorption isotherm. Basically, it's a theory used to compare materials that adsorb. And we used it to compare our material with activated carbon, which is a material very important and used in the industry to absorb a lot of different things and different doing this with our Anu, do you
So-
want to say something?
So sorry, my connection is bad. Oh yeah. I think is the most important experience in my life because before this fair I I didn't speak English, and now I am studying more and more um, um, for to um, enhance my pronunciation and my performance. So it was very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, Manuela didn't speak any English, and I spoke a little bit, but and I think this was the biggest difficult thing in this fair, this moment, because we had to present our project and uh, we had some questions about our project and responder and answer a lot of questions all in English. It's very difficult to explain in Portuguese. In English, in another language that you are not fluent, is very, very difficult. And we also have to give some emotion to this, to the explanation. And with English, we can't do give the same explanation to the we do in Portuguese. But we won this too. We won a recognition of the China Association of Science and Technology, and in one 1000. And then the photo, there is us in the right. I think that about this experience of ISEF. It was very, very, very cool. We made a lot of friends from Brazil, and we made a lot of friends from another countries that were next to our booths. It's a big opportunity to students in all the world that participating in this. It's very, very, very cool. I will never forget this experience. Then the another prize that we won, Manuela, no, I don't know if you wanna talk about it.
Sorry. Can you listen me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, this experience, it was the better experience in my life, I think, because changed completely my view of world, and we we can um, view the world in different forms after that. So this award was the Brazil's Navy Award, um, that that gave us a expedition to archipelago de São Pedro e São Paulo, that is in Brazil, near very distant of our state and our country. And
Very from the continent.
yes, yes. And it is in the middle of ocean and near from Africa.
Yeah, it's the nearest
The
point
middle.
of Brazil in Africa. Like, and here are some photos of our experience. Basically, Arquipélago, Pedro e São Paulo are some rocks in the middle of the ocean. I think I can define this like this. And it's the geographic formation of this, the formation of this island is the unique in the world. It's in the middle of two. I will have to research this a moment. Tectonic plates. It's in the middle of two tectonic plates. So there are tremors. I don't know how to say there. And there we have scientific station that some researchers in Brazil do research there with the animals that are there, with the rocks, with the climate. Like, there are a lot of researches there. It means for me some vocabulary about this island for explain more, but it's like a Mount Everest in the middle of the ocean, and the we see apart. It's basically this, the island, and it has a lighthouse, I think, in the middle of one photo. And it was very cool to know this island, but I think the very, very, it was amazing because we passed days with Brazil navies, ship of Brazil navies. So it was very cool to know all the things and we had a lot of experience there. Like, we have a baptism when we pass through the equator. I don't know how to if you understand me, the Ecuador line. We have a baptism when we have a bath of breeze, and it's very disgusting, but it was very cool. The photo that has a lot of people is from this day, and we have some exercises at the ship, and we knew all the military's routine in the ship, so it was very, very cool to have this experience. And we also passed in Fernando de Noronha. There is another archipelago, very famous here in Brazil. It has the more beautiful beach in the world. So I think you may know this. And we passed 3 days there because it's the middle of the way
journey.
archipelago.
Yeah.
Manu, do you want to say?
Oh, yeah, I think that is it. But this experience was a good surprise for us because we didn't
Imagine.
have expectations um, for this experience because um, it would be very different for us. So it was so good, and we 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 miss this every day.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool. The routine that we lived there. It was a very cool experience. I think the most uh, amazing in my life because a few people have this opportunity. I think we were the youngest people to go to Arquipélago São Pedro.
Yeah.
I think because only researchers of universities go there. So nobody from high school went there, and I think we were the first. And pass this time with the knowing the routine. I think we make part of a little people are not military that had this experience. So as another our research could take us. And I don't know if Manu, do you have something to say?
Yes, it's a little bit that we lived in the last months and the last year because there are other experience, but this is the most important experience in our life. So that is it. I think is a example that the science can go the people and how changed our life.
Yeah, I think all we said, all the fairs, are all the experience that we shared a little bit with you is a way to say to you that the science changed our lives and can change lives in all the world, and it doesn't matter the age you have. You can be in high school and do science and do a research and go even to Mostratec and go to another fairs in the world and won some cool prize, or not one prize, but evolve your research. It was all very, very cool and amazing, and I don't have words to say
Yeah.
how good it was. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for all.
Okay, thank you so much. I really enjoy to listen your stories, and I think your story is fantastic. And Yeah, and you guys say it very easily and simple, but actually, I know behind it, you guys pay a lot of effort. Like you do working very hard to do that. But I really appreciate the title you give, which is where research can take you go. I I think that's very impressive. Like we can see just like a hero journal, a journal of hero, like you guys in the beginning and participant in Master Tech. That's an amazing science fair for me. Like that is my first international science fair as well, and I think yeah, it's a magical life. But and I have few questions want to ask is what do you guys want to do in the future with this research?
Oh, it's very difficult in this moment because we are confused. But I think my plans are follow studying chemistry because I like make science, so um, I I want to study chemistry to follow research.
Ah,
And I think about the project. We we can't have a good answer for our question, for your question, because we have we got in Brazil in home like a few weeks ago, and we are thinking what we are going to do with the project. Like if we will publish an article or patent. I don't know. Patent our material, and we also have a partnership with a company that can use our material. So we are thinking what we are going to do with the project now, and we are talking with our teacher advisor, and about my future, like what I will do. I plan to do chemical engineering, and now me and Manuela are in our internships from our tech
Yeah.
course. So we are working in big companies and knowing the industry. It's been very cool, and we are deciding what we will follow in our future.
Yeah.
wow, I think it sounds like we have so many possibility of it. So, but I think it's already a little bit late in your country, right? It's maybe 9:30, so you might be need to do the other things. Just the final question for you is, did you have any advice for the students if they want to do a research and to participate a very good journal like you guys?
I think my type is don't give up, because
Yeah.
it's very simple, and everybody says it, but we didn't stop, that we didn't give up in a moment that was hard. Our project in the first moment, it wasn't working like for 4 months, I think.
Wow.
It wasn't working, it was wrong, and the results were very, very bad, because graphene wasn't making any difference in the material. So we looked for help, and we started going in some fairs, and asking for advices. I don't know.
Yes.
And ask for feedbacks, and then we could do our project a different way, do our material in a different way, and it worked. Like 1 week before Mostratec, our project was okay, and before that it wasn't working. It was horrible, and
Cool.
it was it was an adventure.
Because it sounds like you finished the project before the Mostratec 1 week.
Yeah, it started working 1 week before Mostratec, so we had like 1 week to do all the things and go very okay to Mostratec. That was why I said we were a little bit insecure in Mostratec, because it was completely different from the other presentations that we gave. So it was not easy. We could have give up in the beginning when it wasn't working, and we didn't. We went from the hardest way. We went from the hardest way, and it worked. Now we have a big project. We went from a lot of places, and we had a lot of good experience for that. We are not the same people that we were in a year ago, so it was very cool. So my type is don't give up.
Oh,
Yes.
I really appreciate that. And I didn't know the story, but the story sounds amazing. Like that,
We
because
forget saying this.
yeah, like
the
because you went to United
Yeah.
States, like you go to ISEF. As I know, this is the top of this honor, maybe the biggest award for Mostratec.
Yeah.
In Taiwan is the biggest award. I think in
Yeah.
Brazil is as well. Yeah, this highest level of science fair. So I think it's amazing, and I think maybe God or something just touching by your effort. Like you guys are working so hard. So yeah, that you totally worth it. Like you do a lot of things, so that is why I received so many good results. Yeah. How about yeah. Thank you so much. Like yeah, the story totally inspired me, and I believe that it is inspire a lot of people as well. And thank you so much for giving the speech, and yeah, have a good night.
Oh, thank you. It's a
We are
pleasure for us, and we miss you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss you guys so much. When I want to back to Mostratec or back to Brazil. Hope to see you again very soon. Maybe if you guys have a
Yes.
partnership with the company, and then maybe in the future we can create a very big business together, because I believe this is the final goal of you guys as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for all. We are so grateful for the opportunity to talking about our history.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you. So you guys are generous to sharing all the things. It's very precious, and it's a very very important experience, because your stories is amazing. Like go
Thank
to
you.
a trip, and you go to so many different science fair, and the final things you're gonna tell us is don't give up. So I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. In the future, we would like to go to Taiwan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please came to Taiwan. I will arrange a lot of things for you guys. Thank you so much. Miss you guys all the time.
Bye bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
See you.
I don't know
Good
if
night.
night
It's
there.
good morning for us. Bye.
Bye bye.